Hey folks, how's it going? It's Connor from Notorious H.I.T. Today, I wanted to give my best 5 tips and advice for beginners, and maybe for anybody watching who may be stagnant or plateaued or wanting more out of their training and nutrition efforts. So these are the things I've found that have helped me, that I've learned have made the biggest difference in my physique and my clients. So I hope it helps. We'll just get right into it. So the first tip I can give you is in regards to training. You need to train with a progressive overload approach. So what I mean by that is every workout you're trying to improve in repetitions or in weight from the previous workout. In order to do this, you have to standardize your form so that you're always lifting the weights the same, and to make sure you're not just moving faster or sloppier. But you want to try to expose your body to a new stimulus every single time you're in the gym, okay? And that is how you're going to continue to progress. So very important. Train the muscles to failure and then rest. And then when you hit that same exercise again, whenever it comes around again, you try to beat that in weight and reps. That's progressive overload, okay? The second thing sort of branches off of the progressive overload and deals more with your training split. You need to use a full body training split. And here's why, okay? I see a lot of people doing the typical bodybuilder bro split where they're doing, 1 day's chest, 1 day's back, 1 day's shoulders, 1 day's arms, and 1 day's legs. And I think that that's just such a mistake, because you are only exposing yourself to a stimulus for each muscle and having a chance for an adaptation of muscle growth once a week. So if you add that up over a year, that's only 52 opportunities for muscle growth on each body part per year. Whereas with what I'm recommending you try, and if you haven't tried this, you need to try this, it's going to make a difference for sure, is the full body training split, okay? So if you train Monday, full body, rest Tuesday, train Wednesday, full body, rest Thursday, train Friday, full body, rest Saturday, train Sunday, full body. That's 4 full body sessions per week, which equates to roughly 208 training sessions in a year, which is 208 opportunities for adaptation for new muscle growth. Who do you think is going to make the most progress in a year's time? The person who trains and recovers and has a chance to grow muscle 52 times, or the person who trains and has an opportunity to grow 208 times? It's obviously going to be the person who has grown 208 times, okay? So train with the full body split and master the big movements that drive muscle growth and strength, okay? Deadlifts, squats, leg press, dips, chest press, overhead press, rack pulls, rows, chin-ups. These exercises are going to give you the most bang for your buck and result in the most overall development of your body. Once you master these exercises and you get really big and really strong and really muscular, then we can look at changing your training split and focusing on other things. But for the time being, if you haven't tried it, I encourage you to try the full body training split. It will make a massive difference on your physique, and in a year you will make tons of progress, I promise you. The third tip I can give you is an absolute must in my opinion, and that is you need to logbook and record everything. And this applies to your training and nutrition, but we'll get to nutrition in a second. But logbook and record everything. So if I'm doing chest press and I do 400 pounds for 6 last week, I would write that down, 400 pounds for 6. And then when I revisit that workout and I have to do chest press again, I know I'm going to try to beat 400 pounds for 6 repetitions. So I'm always, the logbook is, I'm always progressing because the logbook is how you can tell if you're making progress, okay? Without the logbook, you're just guessing, and that's not good enough, okay? If you're serious about progress, you need to logbook everything, okay? The logbook is really handy too, because if you're not making progress, you're gonna see it in your logbook. If your strength's not going up and you're not making improvements consistently, you're going to know that either your training is wrong or that some of your recovery factors like nutrition and sleep are off, okay? So logbook is essential for accumulating data and being able to analyze your progress and how things are going. So logbook, logbook, logbook. And like I said, logbooking applies to nutrition too. So my fourth point is nutrition related. Get yourself a food scale, okay? Measure and track your food like you measure and track your workouts, okay? Because if you're trying to build muscle, you need to progressively eat more food as your body grows. And if you're trying to lose body fat, you need to slowly pull food out as you get leaner. The only way to ensure that is 100% happening all the time is if you track and weigh your food, okay? I can't stress enough, the food scale outside of the gym is going to have the biggest impact on your results. I promise you. Get yourself a food scale. And my fifth and last tip would be to just weigh yourself every morning, okay? Weigh yourself every morning on an empty stomach after you go to the bathroom. This is so you can get the best assessment of what your body is doing in terms of weight and composition. And when you combine that with tracking your workouts and tracking your nutrition, weighing your food, you have all this data at your disposal now that you can use to assess if things are going well or if they're not going well. So if I'm trying to lose body fat and I get stuck, okay, let's say I haven't lost a pound or two in a week or two, I know that I need to now increase my calorie expenditure, which means I need to move more, do more cardio, or I need to pull out some food in my diet, which means using my food scale, I will weigh out less carbohydrates and pull those out, if that makes sense. And the reverse is true for gaining size. If you haven't gained weight in like 2 weeks, you know, maybe you need to bump up your food a little bit. If your strength's not going up and recovery's not going up, you know, maybe you need to bump up your food a little bit, and the food scale and all that's going to allow you to do that. But you need to weigh yourself in the morning to always kind of understand how your body responds to the demands you're putting on it, okay? So if you have a big cheat meal, it's good to know how much weight you gain. If you gain 2 pounds, okay, good to know. If you gain 5 pounds, good to know. It lets you understand your body better, okay? It also just gets you in the habit of getting on the scale, and it sort of builds accountability over time. So let's revisit those 5 points, okay? Train using a progressive overload approach. Use a full body training split and master the big movements. Logbook and record everything. Get yourself a food scale, measure and track your food, and weigh yourself every morning on an empty stomach after you use the bathroom. If I was going to add a 6th point, it would be to get yourself a good coach, personal trainer, or mentor. This is because people in these positions have learned so much from the mistakes they've made, and they can really help you save time and get to where you want to go faster. You can learn a lot from a good coach, trainer, or mentor. So I highly, highly encourage you to do that. So I hope this helps, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me hear your thoughts. If you guys have questions on anything, please let me know. I'd be happy to help. And I hope this helps. Please try these 5 things and make some serious progress and let me know how it goes, okay? Have a good one.